All right, hello there. This is Kevin with the final quarter long sprint video. I'm going to talk a little bit first about what I've finished up with RPT and then talk very briefly about last part that I was working on for the Collective Experiences project. Ryan already covered most of that in his sprint video, so I'll keep it fairly brief and mostly just discuss the last parts that I worked on that he didn't really cover in this video. So some of the location engine stuff. Okay, yeah, so first, RPPT. I spent a bunch of time this quarter just basically getting RPPT ready for some sort of open source release. And so here's the main Git repo. I've separated out all of the different components of RPPT into their own repos, just linking to them here in the main one with a description here of what RPPT is, linked to the publication, um, linked to our demo video, and then also showing kind of all the components, what the intended physical space setup is, and then within each of these descriptions I'll be talking about anything that needs to be done more specifically for each application to be used, for any sort of technical setup or any notes about the screenshots and so on. Haven't really got a chance to take the screenshots yet because I wanted to make sure to do it at a time that have I have the webcam available, so I'm streaming a video of a paper prototype and not just my face or something. So that's gonna be the first thing on my next sprint when I get back. But yeah, so link to video and all stuff, so everyone gets an idea that visits this repo of what everything looks like. Okay, as for the updates itself, I'm not really gonna. I'll go through the project of Glass a little bit, just show kind of the components and how everything is different. But I'll focus mainly on the web component and the iOS component, how they've been polished up. So right now I have the website running, the RPT control panel. So once we go to it, well, I'll kind of show the update interface here. So this is all kind of spread out right now since I'm on a fairly large screen. But here will be the eventual. Here's where the paper prototype stream will be. Over. Let me just refresh this since I don't actually have a web camera attached right now, so it's just gonna be blank, but needs to load. So yeah, all you can see the components. And over here on the left, there's a QR code that the Google Glass application can scan, and in order to sync up with this particular client session, and over here is the stream key for the iOS app. So let's take a look at the iOS app then. Kind of had a little bit of fun slapping on doesn't have logos on everything, because why not? Okay, so yeah, iOS application, it's been scaled to fit any size iPhone, while still doing all the tracking properly, which is a little bit tough at first because I have to create because I have to basically do some math, just scale all of the video, and then as well as change the position of the dots as it moves. Okay, so enter in the stream key here, and then so yeah, you can see that as soon as session connects, the location tracking starts. This is just the location simulator. It's constantly moving for a bit, and you can see here that that this would be the stream, but I don't have a webcam attached right now. So then yeah, basically all motions still work, and I kind of fixed the little off placement so it's exactly in the right spot. Stop this, just exit out, and now if I try to resync with the same one, it's gonna just give me a nice kind of helpful error that connected the stream key, so you need to try again, refresh the page, and so yeah, now when you refresh the page, try to sync back in, you should be able to reconnect. Yeah, basically what this is, basically kind of beforehand, I had to rebuild the iOS application or the Glass application every single time, just to get the new session key or the stream key so I could sync up. So now anyone that downloaded this could just kind of do it without having to rebuild the iOS application constantly. So yeah, so that's the basics of the iOS application. For the, I'll show a few kind of the pages. They won't be too accurate, but I'll kind of just go through all the changes for the Glass application as well real quick. Kind of the basic flow has been changed. Once you launch the application, you first have to initiate a scan to get a QR code, and then once you scan this QR code, it automatically loads the video connection video connecting session, and after that connects, you still have like the ability to like open up a menu by tapping on the side of glass, and then you can hit like close, so on, and then like all that like tear down stuff is like handled well. So I can like at least like take a look at the menus. So I know it's not that as good of a demo, but yeah. So basically on scan, you're gonna load this QR code scanning intention, and then once that happens, you start activity. Once that activity finishes, it gets a stream data from the sync key. So like just connects to the meteor application, and then afterward it starts the on success. It will start a new intent called stream activity.class, which is where all the rest of the logic for streaming things happen. So yeah, all that is a lot more like extensible now, and you just need to build once and go. I feel like the part that I've like kind of talked about here is that like depending on I'm gonna push up one more like last build in which I'll set the default URL to be like rpt@meteor.com where I've deployed it, but I've like written instructions such that like to tell people to like either deploy this application somewhere on your own servers or set up internet sharing so like that application is connected to local host and so on. Okay, so that's the main bits on the updates to RPPT. On the collective experience side, I've built a location engine. It's up here on Amazon.js as a package, and basically what this is supposed to simplify is the entire process of tracking, synchronizing multiple user locations across like kind of in applications such that like you can easily represent other people's locations and do things on updates for any of those. So actually, I think what I'm going to try to demo is just a simple. I'm going to build a really quick application now. It's called like Meteor create location engine example. And what the goal here is to I'm going to use this Google Maps package to display everything. And basically what I want to do is use the location engine package like to get all the notifications for location updates. I'm going to display all these in the Google Maps package. So to do that, I'm going to do this. I'm going to also add in accounts and accounts password, just because it'll be helpful. First. And okay. All right, so kind of like I'm gonna put in all the I'm gonna put in the components for this just to show just like initialize the map and indicate that, like do all the code that's like not location code. So I'm gonna call this map. Okay, I'm gonna click on map. Wrap this stuff up in a div, right? To show that. And then so this is Google map. I'm gonna shorten the name. And this actually needs like a fixed size width and so on. So like I just do a quick style. Find px. Px. Oh, and login buttons as well. Because like login is part of kind of like the way we differentiate different users. So something that we would probably look into like making any sort of differences. Okay, so there's one more thing we need to add in order for this to work, which is helpers, and then we'll just copy over the map options. So once this refreshes, you see that like right now we're just like showing a map that's like centered on like the location that's an example, right? So now we're gonna bring in all of the location engine stuff. So first thing, let's make the map centered on our location instead. So as you can see, Location Manager has a function called current location, which gets the user's current location. Location, and this might like reload a few times depending on a few things. So it's good to just have this for like any sort of like live reloading. Whoops. And then I'm going to increase the zoom as well, just so it's a little bit closer so you can see the differences in pins later. Oh, I'll also talk a little bit very briefly about the API here. So there's two main things that are like going to be very important is like track updates. So any like updates that you want to happen on your action and then track others updates. So the way the arguments of this add transform is the data representation of location that you want to like eventually update. So in this case, I'm going to create a Google Maps pin in add transform, return that, and then in chain callback, I'm going to change location because when the location changes, and for move callback, just delete the marker off the map. So now yeah, we're like centered around where I am right now in Park Evanston. Okay, so let's add in some actions on. Oops. So in Google Maps, in order to run something after the map loads, you need like Google Maps.ready. So let's just do that. And then, yeah, so what I'm like gonna do with this now is so location and do that like track updates. The first item is attached to this current template, and then I'm gonna define a function set called like render marker and then change marker like location. Same deal for dates is so the first one here is just like a query for like anything. Eventually I'm gonna add in like we're gonna add in methods like make that easier to like do based off of lobbies or like user profiles. Right now it's just for like some like specific latitude longitude if you want people in a specific location. So render marker, change marker, and remove marker. Okay, so now we need to define these functions, right? So render marker, you see here it gets a location. So render marker location, and all we're going to do here is for new go.maps.marker. See the representation of this is new position on map, right? So marker position, new go.maps.lat long location.lat, and then map is map distance. And in this case, it's you get a marker. So like basically what you create in the top, as well as a new location. So how this works is you just do marker.set position of new google.maps.lat long location.lat, and then finally move marker, change marker, not change location. And here you only get the marker, and the marker just like set map. No, to delete it. Okay, so let's see what we get from all of this. Sure, making a syntax errors there. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. I actually realized it was a little bit of, like this scoping that was messed up, so I have to just change this to be a arrow function, so in block scope. So okay, so yeah, you can see right now my pin is dropped, And now actually that I want to demonstrate the multiple user location. So, oops, I lost that. Okay, so to make this a little bit easier, let's add a few things into here. Let's just say like log like new location, and then also log the like location that we get. And kind of, since I'm just sitting at my computer right now, it's a little bit hard for me to use change marker or move marker, so I just leave it as blank, but you can kind of see render marker for multiple users now. So you see there's nothing here yet because like no one else has been added, but as soon as I click sign in, let's say make an account and sign in, so mine is rendered. They're probably like overlapping each other right now, but this actually probably needs to be reconnected as well. Save that. Okay, yeah, it looks like it didn't save. So let's just see the results now. You can see that new location has been called twice for each of the users. And yeah, this will basically just be called for like any updates. And unfortunately, they are like exactly identical right now. And one of them has an ID because it comes from somewhere else. Okay, yeah, so that's it for my student video. Have a great break.